and we back, and we back, and we back, and we back, and we back.
Alright, so first things first, for our bangers and mash, we're going to need our mash, of course, which is with potatoes. So here I am peeling my potatoes. If you like the skin on, you can do so, but this time I prefer to take them off, and then we're going to cut them in smaller chunks and boil in salted water until it's nice and soft. Once that's done, we're going to prepare our onions for our onion gravy. Guys, don't be greedy with the onions. The more onions, the better. So chop them, slice them, do whatever you prefer with them. I'm slicing mine nice and quite finely, and then all of that is going to go in our gravy. Now we're going to heat up a hot pan with some olive oil, vegetable oil, whatever you prefer. And then we're going to begin to brown our sausages. Here I'm using pork sausages that are seasoned lightly with thyme and Italian herbs, as you can see. And then we're going to put that into the air fryer. Now to that same pan that has the lovely flavors of the sausage, we're going to saute our onions. And then we're going to add a little bit of flour, and that's going to allow it to thicken slightly when we add our chicken stock. And then we're going to lightly stir, let that simmer, and then we're going to add some thyme for that in-depth lovely flavor. And then here, the secret ingredient is gravy granules. I'm using beef gravy granules. Guys, you can get the store brand. It doesn't need to be Bisto. There is actually no difference in the taste. It's very similar. And then we're going to add our sausages back into the pan so all the flavors can combine together. And then we're going to lightly salt and then add some black pepper, give that a stir, and make our potatoes. When it comes to making mash, I do like to keep it very simple only for this recipe because it has a lot of flavors already. So I'm going to heat up some milk with some bay leaf in a pan, and then once that's all warmed up, I'm going to add my potatoes, mash them, and literally just add a little bit of salt, butter, and my secret ingredient is some goose fat. Other times I will add some garlic, but we don't need that here. That is it, guys. This is the beautiful bangers and mash, posh bangers and mash in other words. I hope you enjoy it. For this recipe here, we'll be using some lamb mince, onions, green beans, scotch bonnet pepper, shrimp sambal, noodles, shaoxing cooking wine, oyster sauce, salt, and then we're going to add some oil to a hot pan. Add our onions, give that a bit of a toss, let that saute, and then add our ground lamb. I like using lamb because I just feel like it has a lot more flavor. I didn't have any tomato puree, so I used ketchup. And guys, you're going to realize that I'm using ingredients that I didn't say in the beginning. That is because for some reason I just forgot to put it on screen. So a lot of these things are going to be in the caption down below, but this is very, very easy. So if I do miss some things, please read it in the caption down below. So yeah, once our noodles are nice and cooked and infused with the lovely sauce, I'm going to add in my green beans. We don't want it to be too soggy. We still want it to have a bit of a crunch, and then garnish. And yeah, that's it, guys. Bob's your uncle. Lovely lamb noodles with green beans. We are using chickpeas, onions, coconut milk, chopped tomato, garlic, coriander, curry powder, garam masala, turmeric, smoked paprika, salt, plain flour, and some butter. Just like every other recipe, add oil to a hot pan, and we're gonna add our onions, our garlic, and give that a mix and let that brown down a little bit. I like to season my oil, so I'm going to season that with the garam masala, the turmeric, and a bit of curry powder. We can always season as we go, but I find that once the seasoning has infused in the oil, the food just tastes better. Then I'm going to add our chopped tomatoes and let that cook down. Smoked paprika, and again let that all infuse and cook down and take away the bitterness of the tomatoes. And then I'm going to add my chickpeas. I like to add my chickpeas early because I like it to cook down and be a bit soft. I don't like it when it's really hard. And leave it to cover and steam. And then I'm going to add my coconut milk. Be generous here. If you like the taste of coconut, then obviously, you know, add more. If you don't, you can add a little bit. A tip that I do recommend is when you're buying your coconut milk, make sure that the percentage of the extract is 90 plus. And then we're going to add some water so that the coconut doesn't burn. My scotch bonnet, re-season, and leave that to steam cook until my desired texture. When it comes to making the flatbread, I'm not gonna lie guys, you just need to watch the video. It's very easy. Add all the ingredients into a bowl until it forms a dough, roll it out, and then fry it on the pan until it becomes nice and brown or whatever, and then add the garlic butter, and there you have it. Okay, so keep watching because I'm going to show you how to do it, obviously. Now that's done, it's looking lovely, garnished with some parsley or coriander and some coconut milk. I'm seasoning my chicken breast with some chicken seasoning, garlic powder, light soy sauce, and I'm going to give that a mix and leave to marinate for a few hours. And once that's done, I'm going to heat a pan with some sesame oil or peanut oil, whichever one you prefer, and brown the chicken. You don't want to cook it all the way through, you don't have to, otherwise it's going to be dry. So just cook it halfway through, set aside, and then we're going to stir fry our vegetables, which is bell peppers, the green and red ones, red onion and white onion. For our sauce, I am mixing together shaoxing cooking wine, light soy sauce, dark soy sauce, garlic granules, and black pepper. And now to make our sauce, we're going to pour chicken stock in the pan along with that sauce we just mentioned. Give that a taste, add some salt if needed, usually it's not needed, and then we're going to add our chicken, cornstarch slurry to thicken up the sauce. Add your vegetables and just leave to cook on low heat for about 5 minutes. We don't want the vegetables to become mushy, we want it with a nice crunch. And there we are, garnish with some scallions and serve up with some rice and enjoy.